Welcome everybody to our Monday night webinar. My name is Tommy Harper and I am coming to you from Jackson, Tennessee. And before I get started, let me give you a quick background on myself. I've been involved in network marketing for 35 years. I got started when I was 25 years old. My wife and I were both school teachers, and we did everything we could do to make a living, and it wasn't working. So somebody showed us a network marketing opportunity, and we got involved, got excited. So at age 26, I quit work. I haven't had a job since I was in the last 35 years. And matter of fact, we had retired from network marketing until somebody offered us this opportunity or showed it to us. And when I saw it, I said, this is a chance of a lifetime. And so I'm going to run through the marketing plan with you tonight. But what I want you to do is make plans to get back with whoever invited you and let you fill in the blanks, because I'm going to cover a lot of material very quickly and I don't want you to miss anything. But I want you to think about something tonight. What does freedom look like to you? Okay, what is freedom? Well, see, I think freedom requires two things. Number one, it requires time. But you know what? I've got a lot of friends that are laid off. They've got plenty of time, but they don't have the second ingredient that you've got to have, and that's money. So to be free, you need to be financially free. So you need two ingredients: time and money. And it seems like it's hard to get them both. See, I know of people that have a lot of time, but they don't have any money. Then I know people's got a lot of money, but they don't have any time, because whatever makes them the money takes their time. But what if you could find a business or an opportunity that you could do one time and get paid over and over and over again? And that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. We're going to talk about a company called Stream Energy. Let me give you a little background on Stream. It started 10 years ago in Dallas, Texas, and it started in the deregulation of energy market. Texas was the first state to deregulate. Well, when they started in Dallas, Texas, there were 79 energy companies operating in Texas. We were dead last, number 79. Within 24 months, they moved to number 2. And if you look at their history, they revolutionized the energy business. They're the largest direct selling energy company in the world. And so when I looked at that and got to study, and I'll show you some numbers here in a minute, but it's phenomenal what they did. But the thing that excited me more than anything were the products that they offered. See, when we got in networking 35 years ago, we were pretty well the only game in town. Now, if you'll notice, there's a network marketing company on every corner. Matter of fact, a week ago, I got hit up by 2 of them in one day. And every one of them, think about it, is either a lotion, a potion, or a pill. It's a better vitamin, better skincare, better something, but it's always a product that's not normally in your budget, and you don't have to have it, but it takes money and it takes selling and promotion. Well, I wasn't into that anymore. When I got to looking at stream services, I got excited because I want you to think about something. Here's their three products. They have energy. Now, energy is only in 6 states. I'll show you a screen that shows that in a minute. But I want you to think about something. How many people do you know use electricity? Everybody. It's a life essential service. Number two is they started mobile January of this year. Mobile services. We have two of the major carriers, AT&T and Sprint. Now let me ask you a question. How many people do you know have a cell phone? You know what? A cell phone is a life essential almost as electricity. I was telling somebody the other day, if I had to choose between my cell phone and my electricity, I'd probably take the cell phone because I can build a fire, right? And then they came out with a product that I don't think they even knew how important it's becoming, is protective services, identity theft protection. Think about it. In the last 12 months, Home Depot got hit, Target, U.S. Postal Service, the federal government, and Blue Cross Blue Shield. They said every 2 seconds somebody's identity is being stolen. Well, you know what? Identity theft protection is a product that is becoming a necessity if you've got anything. If you don't have anything, don't worry about it. But if you do, you want to keep it, right? And so, anyway, we have three services that are life essential, and we're coming out with more. Well, see, the energy market that we're in right now, and they're going to add more states. See, we're only in 6 states, but the potential there is phenomenal. And I want you to think about something. Everybody that on this call knows somebody in those states. So you can potentially have energy customers, even though Tennessee, the state I'm in, doesn't have it. Now, this is the map that I saw the first night when I looked at this thing 2 years ago. And I'm going to tell you something. I got as excited as I've ever gotten in my life, not because of the blue. Obviously, Tennessee's not a blue state. Well, what got me excited the night I saw it, I said, if I could get in this business and I could be around when these gray states turn blue, we could make a fortune. Because, see, have you ever heard of the saying, being at the right place at the right time? Well, we all have. And you know what? We've all been there. Did you know that if you'd have bought $500 worth of Apple stock when it came out, it would be worth $1.5 million? Well, today you can't buy 5 shares of Apple stock for $500. See, we were at the right place, but we didn't take advantage of it. Tell you another one is, Yahoo, Google, all those, they've come and gone. Well, see, there's something about being in on the beginning. That doesn't mean it's not a good deal later, but if you can be around when it starts, you have the potential of making more. I was reading a book by Sam Walton, and there were checkout clerks and truck drivers that started with Walmart and became multimillionaires. Well, don't go to get you a truck driving job tomorrow at Walmart thinking that's going to happen again. See, there was a window. And see, what I looked at was the window that was right here. And little did I know, about a year after we got started, the whole continental United States turned blue as of January the 1st of this year. See, what they found is that the states were deregulating at a too slow a pace. Now, there's other states that are deregulated that we're going into, but it wasn't moving as fast as they wanted to. And they said, what is a product that everybody's got, everybody understands, and everybody has to have? And you know what they came up with? They came up with mobile. So you talk about a ground floor opportunity. This only started in January of this year. Now, why did they choose mobile? Okay. There are more phones than there are people. It's a projected $1 trillion industry. I mean, it grew faster than any other industry in the world, grew 35% last year. Everybody you know has a cell phone, has multiple cell phones. Well, what if you could provide them with the product they've got at a cheaper price? Could you make money? Absolutely. Well, and see, we've got everything. And see, this is just getting started. We've got all kinds of apps and devices. Whoever invited you, they'll get with you. But see, Stream is not about cell phones. It's not about electricity. It's about building a team of people and everybody doing a little. And we've already talked about the protective services. You know, I guess the gold standard in the industry that you see on TV is LifeLock. Well, we have the same thing as LifeLock, but we have two more levels of protection, and we also offer tech support and credit monitoring along with our protective services. So there's three products right there that I have to have. Now, how do they make money? How do me and you make money? Well, traditional advertising works like this. Companies buy radio, TV, billboards, all types of advertising in the hopes of getting a customer. A customer produces revenue, and then the whole cycle starts over. Coca-Cola last year spent over $3.5 billion. That's $350 million to promote a drink that everybody knows about, just to keep their customers and just hopefully find some more. How about the Geico, the lizard? Everybody knows the lizard, right? Well, see, there's money in every major company has a large budget. And the one thing I didn't tell you about Stream, in 7 years, they became a $7 billion debt-free company, okay? Now, so when you think about something, they went from dead last to number two. They're $7 billion, almost $8 billion, and they're debt-free. Well, they did it with relationship marketing, which simply means this. Me and you are the advertisers. Me and you produce customers. Customers produce revenue. And then when Stream gets paid, they pay me and you over and over again. Think about doing something one time and getting paid over and over again. Give you an example. Jim Sparger, he helped us get started. He's from Houston, Texas. When he started, he's only ever brought 23 customers to Stream. Okay, 23. But he's got over 80,000 customers that he gets paid every month on. Okay. And so that's what we're talking about. And see, since we're in the beginning of the cellular industry, nobody knows about it. I mean, there's probably not 500 people in the state of Tennessee that even knows about this. They talked about California had less than 500, Arizona. So we're at the beginning. We've got a chance to get in and make some money. There's 4 ways to make money. Let me run through them real quickly. Free essential services, quick start income, monthly earned income, and leadership income. Now, free essential services, this is a cool program, okay? If you are in an energy state or you know somebody in an energy state, they can get free electricity. Now, think about it. Everybody likes the word free. Well, see, they came up with a program that works like this. If you brought 5 energy customers to Stream, you would get 25% off your electric bill. If you brought 10 customers to Stream, you got 50% off your electric bill for 6 months, okay? But when you bring 15 customers to Stream, you get free energy for life. Now, when I say free, that means they average those 15, and whatever that number comes to, that comes off of your electric bill. But think about that. Month after month after month. That's a pretty cool deal. And people got excited about that. Well, we don't have energy in Tennessee, but you know what? We have cellular. They're going to do the same thing with mobile. When you have 15 mobile customers, your bill is going to be free, or whatever percentage of that 15 is. But that's a pretty cool program. But the business plan is what excited me. Okay, that first word there is what I caught on to, and that's simple. I like the word simple. All right. The simple business plan is this: you and two. You find 2 people that want to make money, that want a better life. And everybody enrolls a few customers. Now, when I listen to me, we're not the AT&T store. We're not the Sprint store. I'm not going out selling cell phones. I'm not going out and selling electricity. That's not what we do. We have customers. We get a few, but that's not our job. The most customers you ever have to get to the top is 20. Okay? So we're in the customer business, but the way we get them is the key. We're building a business and everybody gets a few, okay? And we teach other people how to do the same thing, okay? Now, let's talk about your franchise fee, the startup cost. It's a one-time fee of $375, okay? That's your quick start kit, training, everything you need to get your business started. There's no renewal, one-time fee. And I'm going to show you a way that you can triple that in the first 30 days before we get through tonight. Now, every business has overhead. Our overhead is the stream marketing system. The stream marketing system is $24.95 a month. That gives you everything you need to build your business. It gives your own website, your online support, your success on demand training, everything you need. And it's a tax write-off. See, that $375 is a business write-off. This $24.95, that's cost of doing business. Now, they say it's optional, but if you're going to build a business, it's really not, because you got to have that to function. But anyway, the company puts a lot of emphasis on that, and I'll show you in a minute what it means. Now, let's talk about the marketing plan. Remember, you and two. Quick start income. Here's your first way of making money. Now, this is the normal marketing plan. Now, Stream doesn't ever do anything normal, especially because they're going nationwide, so they're pouring money in. But here's the normal marketing plan. When you sign up and pay your $375, you become a director. To become a qualified director, you need 5 customer points, okay? Now, that can be a combination of cell phones, electricity, protective services, okay? That would make you a qualified director, and you would make your first $100 back. Now, the company lets the marketing system, the $24.95, count as 2 of your customers. So normally, to trigger your first bonus, you need 3 customer points. Normally, okay? Hang on to that word normally, because I'm going to show you some stuff that's going to excite you. So that's your first goal, is to become a qualified director. And then we want to help you find 2 other people and help them become qualified. When you help somebody become a qualified director, you get $100 for helping them. So when you do you and 2, and each of you are qualified, that would give you $300, and they give you a RD regional director bonus of $100 if you do that within your first 30 days, which would give you $400 normally, plus a free custom stream Android tablet, which is an awesome little tablet. Got everything you need to conduct business on. It's about a $400 tablet, okay? Now, that's the normal plan. Let's talk about what's going on right now, all right? Anybody that gets in from August the 1st to October the 15th, they can become a qualified director with only 4 customer points instead of 5, okay? Now, let me show you what that means. To become a qualified director, you only need 4 points. The website counts as 2. If you got the protective services, that would be 3. Get you another cell phone or change a line, that would give you 4 points and trigger your first $100. You help 2 other people do the same thing. Well, if you look, that would be 100 for you and 200 for the 2 you help. That's 300, but they've increased the RD bonus from $100 to $700. So you do you and 2 in the next 30 days, you get $1,000 plus the custom tablet, okay? So you and 2, we have people doing this in a week and a half, 2 weeks. So see, when you make that $1,000, your investment was $375. So you've already got that covered, all right? Now, let me show you a way you can get your 4 points really quick. Well, I got the website, that's 2. I got home life service, protective services, that's a customer point. And I got a totally separate business line just for my stream business. And that gave me, that's $40, so my overhead was $95. Now, if you live in an energy state, you could become an energy customer, or you may know people there, right? but they've added some special bonuses that are really exciting. When you become a managing director, within 90 days, you get another 2,500. Senior director within 180 days. We did that in about 3 months. That's 5,000. Executive director, $10,000. Now, all these bonuses add on. But let me show you what's even more exciting than this right here. They're giving matching sponsor bonuses. So if I sponsor somebody and they do U&2, they get $700, but I get $700 for helping them. When that person goes managing director, he gets $2,500, but I get $2,500 for sponsoring him. At the end of this presentation, you're gonna hear from people that's made some serious money. But this is exciting because see what they're doing. They're trying to get our name out there nationwide. So they're pouring money into this. This is where these ground floor is so important. Let me tell you something. 2 years from now, they're not going to pay $1,000 for U&2. When I got started, before they did the cell phones, you got $300. So, I mean, this is a chance of a lifetime. And see, it's leverage. All we're doing is everybody doing a little, okay? But let me show you why. Once you build your business, see, that money is to get you started. Have you ever gotten a bonus at work? What'd you do with it? You spent it. And once it was spent, it was gone. Well, residual income is money that comes in every month. Let me show you what residual income will do. Let's say that you sponsor 2 people and get your 5 customer points, and that's all you ever do. You're not going to do another thing, but we help those 2 get their 2, and each of them get their 5 customer points. That would be about $450 a month. Now, that $450 is not a lot of money unless it comes every month. If it comes for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years, that's a lot of money. But you know what? It only takes a little more work to make a lot more money. Let's say that you don't want to get any more customers than 5, but you sponsor 4 people, and we help those 4 get their 4, and it goes 5 levels deep. Now we're talking about an extra $12,000 a month. Now, let me tell you something. I think with what we got going right now, there's not anybody listening to this broadcast can't do this right here in the next 6 to 12 months. What if in 12 months you could set up a residual income that would give you an extra $11,000, $12,000 a month? Would that help out? Absolutely. Now, they pay leadership income, which helps you build your team. These are one-time bonuses, and the way it works is this. Imagine each one of these squares as a separate business, okay? See, as you develop one business, when it reaches a certain level, then you start a new team, and then you start a new team. So when you first get started, your first goal is to get your 4 customer points and get that $100. Now you can build your regional director team. That means U&2. Well, what happens is when you do U&2, you're not only going to get that $100, but you're going to get a $25 override for everybody that gets on that team, okay? Once you're regional director, you become managing director, and then you can start a new team, but now everybody that gets on that team gets $100. You get $100 instead of $25, plus a $250 gift card for a smartphone. Senior director is where you want to be. It took us about 4 months to go senior director. Well, at that point, I start a new team. Now I'm getting $200 every time somebody gets in on that team until somebody gets to the same level as you. Plus, you get a free cruise. I'll show you how that works. Last December, I went to Detroit, Michigan, and started a new team. Well, we sponsored 6 people up there. They all qualified. So the next week, Stream sent me a check for $1,200, 6 times 200, right? Well, I didn't make any money, but it paid my airfare, paid my hotel, paid my gas, covered the things I needed to build a business. But at that point, you can make a lot of money. I was talking to Donnie Anderson. Donnie Anderson said he made over $1 million in his senior director code. Executive director, Lisa and I just went executive director in March of this year. So we're in the hunt for the Mercedes-Benz program. Then they got a new one called the National Director where you get a Tesla. But these are paid unto unlimited depth as long as somebody doesn't code you out. So There's a lot of money there, but the key is we're in the beginning, okay? Benefits of Stream, you can get free services, all expense paid vacation. You got a Tesla and Mercedes program for top leaders, world-class training events, okay? But here's our goal. We want to help you make $1,000 in the first 30 days. Now, I've got everybody muted, but I'm going to pull up a few people and let you hear from them. And I want Guy and Michelle and Chandra to kind of be ready here just a second. And I'll start with Michelle if I can find her. Okay, I'm going to unmute Michelle. Michelle, are you there? Michelle, are you there? Michelle.
Yes, can
Hey, you
you hear
there?
me? Yes.
Okay, Michelle, where do you live?
We live right outside Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville, Tennessee. What do you do for a living?
I am currently a stay-at-home mom and homeschooling mom. I did used to teach in inner city Nashville schools.
Okay. Now, you've been involved in Stream for how long? About a year? How long?
A little over a year, but we really didn't start doing much with it until mobile hit, and that's when we started hitting it.
January of this year is when you hit it, right?
Correct.
Okay. How much money have you made in the last 60 days approximately?
Over $20,000.
Over $20,000. Okay. And have you had some people tell you it wouldn't work?
Yeah, of course I have.
But it still did, and you still got the 20,000, right?
Yeah, they're no, it didn't affect my income at all.
Now, your husband's in law enforcement, right?
Correct.
Okay. He wouldn't let you do anything that wasn't legal, would he?
No, he would not.
So, well, that's, you hear people talk about it's a pyramid or it's a gimmick. I mean, that is so bizarre. I mean, number one, Sprint and AT&T wouldn't have partnered with a company that was illegal because they would have done their due diligence. The second thing is it would be a $7 billion company, and if it were illegal, they would have stopped it before now. But anyway, thanks, Michelle. Now I'm going to talk to two people that's on your team, right? Guy, I'm gonna mute you and see if I can get Guy on here a minute. Okay, let's see if Guy is around. There. Hey, Guy, you there?
I am, Tommy. How are you today?
Guy, man, I tell you what, you're the talk of Stream. I was called up to the corporation. Everybody seems to know who you are. So, give people just a little background on what you do, and you started August the 1st, right?
Yes, sir. That's correct. I started August 1st on the Super Saturday program.
Okay, and you live in Martin, Tennessee, which is really not a metropolis, you would say, right?
No, not by any means. I mean, we're close to some stuff, but we're not a major metropolitan city by any means at all.
Okay, what do you do, Guy, right now?
I am in law enforcement at the federal level.
Awesome. So if you're in law enforcement at the federal level, they wouldn't let you be running around doing something that wasn't good, right?
No, sir. In fact, we have to vet anything that we do. We have to send it up to basically, I guess, chain of command, for lack of a better word, the superiors. They have to research it, make sure it's legit, it's good to go. Then you get either approved or not approved. And obviously, I'm approved. We wouldn't be having this conversation.
All right. August the 1st. Approximately how much have you made since August the 1st?
You asked me that last Monday, and I promised myself I was going to check. Last Monday, we were right at 30,000. I just got a huge check. Apparently, I didn't realize it, but we hit, with the help of me and my team, hit the first SD in this promotion. So they rushed me a check out for $17,600 that came into my account on Friday.
That was on top of the what?
That's on top of the close to 30 already.
Well, that's almost as good as being law enforcement in Martin, isn't it?
Yes, sir. It is actually. It's pretty much over it.
for a year, right?
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Yes, sir. And of course, I've only been doing it 60 days, and really, our team has only really took off in the last 30. So it really shows. And I was been very, very fortunate to get some really good, dedicated, hardworking, and go-getter people, and they're just running like wildfire. And I'm trying to set a good example and lead from the front and do a bunch of stuff too. And it's hard, Tommy, because these guys are doing so great, and it's just spreading out. It's spreading out exponentially, and it's just really, really doing well.
now, did you get a notification? Did you get your free cruise notification?
I did. I got a call right after I hit SD, and they went to set up the cruise. I think I'm going to be out of the country, unfortunately, for December, but they said it wasn't a big deal. I could come back and do it in June. So, but I'm locked in, and I'm looking forward to it. I looked at the ship. It's a fantastic ship. All the expenses paid. It's going to be a heck of a time.
Man. Well, listen, I'm going to talk to one of your business partners here real quick, and then we'll get off. Thanks, guy, and we'll see you in Orlando.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Tommy.
All right. Hang on just a second. I'm going to go to Chandra. Chandra, you there? Chandra.
Barely.
Hey, Chandra, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Okay, Chandra, you live in Martin also, right?
I do.
Okay. What do you do for a living?
I'm a data manager.
You're a data manager, okay. And you got started in Stream August the 1st?
That's correct.
How much money have you made since August the 1st?
So far, I've been paid already approximately $10,000, and I'm probably 1 point away from another really big bonus.
Another 10 or 12, is that right?
It'd be the senior director.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's right. All right. So do you think it's been a pretty good time investment? I mean, you didn't do this full time. You just did this whenever you wasn't working, right?
Exactly. I work a full-time job. I'm a single mother of 2, and I'm actually moving and remodeling a house right now, so my time is very limited.
So, well, if you're remodeling, I guess that 20,000 has helped out then, right?
Tremendously. It's been a huge blessing.
Well, let me ask you this one question. I'll let you off. Has anybody laughed at you or told you it wouldn't work?
Oh, a few people, but I mean, I guess they just weren't interested in. They lost the opportunity.
That's right. Hey, the money will spend anyway, right?
That's correct.
Well, listen, I'm gonna let you go, Chandra. Thanks for coming on, and we're gonna close it out tonight. And I just want everybody to think about what we've heard tonight. We're talking about normal people, and there's a lot more than that. Lisa and I were talking. I think our organization just got started good the 1st of January. I think there's been well over $100,000 made in the last 60 days by people. There's a lot of people out there that have made 2,500, 5,000, 10,000, and it's just beginning. They told us the next promotion starts October the 16th at Connect in Orlando, and they said if we thought this was a good promotion, the next one's going to be even better. So if you want a chance to get ahead of the game, get with whoever invited you, let them fill in the blanks, and gang, this is a chance of a lifetime. I'm going to sign out here, and I've got this recorded, and it'll take me probably tomorrow. I'll get it put on YouTube, and I'll get the link out to where you can start using this and sharing it with other people. So anyway, good night, everybody, and we'll see you next Monday night, same time, same place. See y'all.